is new. The way the edges are burnt, I guess people did this, not the wild.
Heading back.
I'm going.
Violence is the only way. A little trick I learned in prison. Well done. We're still alive. I've had quite enough of you! We are victorious.
A word, if I may be so bold? Well now, here I thought those mantisaurs had peacefully exited the premises. But you're a simpler explanation. Thanks for the assistance. Name's Weston. Every once in a while I set up shop along these here roads. You find yourself in need of resupply, you come on by. Care to purchase a thing or two? Thanks again. Cared.
Fallbrook's on the other side of the bridge there if you need a drink. We're only halfway to the mountain, so might consider stopping in.
Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin, a replacement key costs 50 bits. Guess it's true. Fallbrook really is the best-kept secret in all of Monarch, excepting the Borst Factory's secret ingredient. We're a leisurely stopover for the more adventurous spacefaring traveler. Understand? Swell. We like quick on the draw types like you. Saloon is straight back and to the right. Once you're feeling sated, you're welcome to a private cabin. Only $250 a night. Ms. Malin can let you one if you're interested. She's the one who runs this racket. I am here to anticipate and facilitate your needs, patron. You're looking for Ms. Malin. On an errand for the boss lady? Oh, that sounds ominous. Yeah. Ms. Malin won't like that a whit. She's not but just down the way. A 10-to-1 says she's either pouring drinks or skinning a sprat in the saloon. Word to the wise. Ms. Malin don't take kindly to interlopers. When I said sprat, I didn't mean the sort with whiskers and a tail. No reservation, no problem. Day trippers are always welcome in our saloon. Straight back and to the right. If you hit the falls, you've gone too far. Check in with Ms. Malin. She'll set you straight.
for a round of whisk? Or a round of whiskey? Or both?
Want to make a run with me to Stella Bay?
This is Reginald's stuff, all right, but it looks like he's not home. Let's search the room. Try to figure out where he's gone.
The ones that always smell like raw meat?
Sounds like Cheney's gone gold on the river.
Oddest thing.
I guess even scholars need to find ways to make ends meet in exile.
Makes you wonder what the secret ingredient is.
Keep walking, Rung Leech.
Only thing worse than the swill they're selling is the service.
You don't look like a smuggler nor a dandy. Catherine sends you back here? On second, what's your... No, I don't have any... If it's only... This here's the ante up, where you place your bets. Tossball, autoloader races, card games, you name it. I ain't picky. We'll both break your legs if you lose, then sure.
Uh-huh. You blind, little bird? Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land? Like a void...
Crude but forthright. I admire that.
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise. You know, I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work harder to show you just what makes our town shine. But first, I'll need to know what brings you, stranger. Well, I'm half listening. If it's one that don't mind getting dirty, then I sure do. But how am I to know whether you're reliable, if not fully trustworthy? Against my better judgment, I do believe you. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that. Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid fucker who's gonna get it for me. Guess you've got it figured out then. Hit him where it hurts. In his gut, or his production lines ought to make do. Then I'd say you might care to poison the Sisty Pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench in the canning machinery. It'll be more than good when you've finished. Maybe not for... Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the Dry Goods and Sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of a list. May luck be with you. How's Clive? Sure. Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago. Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia. So you got a brain on them shoulders. Excellent. Makes my life a world easier. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe. Meaning safe for me and my crew, seeing as it ain't us undertaking the risk. I do like your gumption, but let's not be... To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is... The lab itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta fight through, or figure out some other way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system? Clever! That's why Lilia's paying. Now, after you clear the mantis nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead. And I'd rather not wait another several weeks for Lilia to... Once you've got our goods, take them to the Groundbreaker. Lilia... I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. Use the passcode... Best of luck.
Folks I never met before or my So, what's your story? Your eyes do not deceive you. This bar serves the sweetest firewater in all of Fallbrook. I got... Who ain't these days? Everything runs through Ms. Let me just stop you right there, stranger. My question, not unless it accompanies some extra bits. More than you can afford at this... Hey, look. So...
My bit carts are fully loaded and ready to be spent. Bring on the recreation.
Winning or losing, what's your... Tough. We'll both break your legs if you lose.
My big carts are fully...
The price
They do not produce derelict entertainment such as this on Byzantium.
Remind me never to get on Ms. Malin's bad side.
She's fine. Well, so long as you ain't on her liable to drown you in the waterfall.
Always imagine Fallbrook with me.
If you're feeling like the civilized type, the waterfall's a good spot to wash your clothes.
What do you want? Monarch! I thought scienticians ain't welcome here.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's welcome here. It's a fucking worker's paradise. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Never worked a day in your miserable life. You're just a parasite, living off my goodwill. Well, guess what? My goodwill's exhausted, along with my temper. This is the guy who told me about the book while we were in prison. I lied about finding a scholar. But I don't care about any of that anymore. I just want to inflict massive amounts of pain on this guy. Yes, that's about the long and short of it. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right. I was about to beat you. Severely.
Wait! I know who can translate the book for you.
It's too late for that. I threw away my life chasing fairy tales. Will punishing you fix any of that? Of course not. But by law, it will make me feel a whole lot better. Okay. Talk, Reggie.
It was stolen from some sort of expert on philosophism. Weird hermit lady on Scylla. My father used to deliver supplies to the mining outpost there. It's true. My father collected some extra bits on the side by diverting some of the supplies to the gal. The way he told it, he thought the book looked valuable, so he took it. Couldn't find any buyers when it turned out to not only be French, but banned as well.
Fine. We've got more important things to do anyway. There's something weighing on my mind. I want to thank you for talking some sense into me back there with Cheney. It has been a long time since I gave in to my violent enthusiasm. Oh, exactly as you'd imagine. Can't say I enjoyed the stint. It did provide me with plenty of time to think. The way I see it, the universe was snapping me back to where I needed to be. You stray too... You're right. I owe you an apology. I've been so obsessed for so long, I couldn't see anything else. You offered me a place on your crew, friendship, and I used you to get to Cheney. And even then, you saved me from myself. I don't know if I could live with myself had I gone through with it. You owe me nothing, I know, but I'm begging your forgiveness. Thank you.
You seen Arthur today?
Is it true that manta queens devour their mates after copulation?
Yeah. Well, sort of. They kill them, but they leave the body till their swarm hatches and eats it. The first meal is their father.
Makes one appreciative he wasn't born a Mentosaur.
Slimy man like you might fit in just fine.
Quietly now.
I'll take your confession now!
That's the last of them.
All right, I'm going.
through.
Looks like that again is the Marauders camp inside the buildings there. Stay clear. Westbound still. I'll let you know when we can start ascending.
Nice hit!
Huh?
I smite you in the name of the law!
No one saw me trip over that, right? Looks like they were ambushed.
We ought to be quick about this.
do this. Just let us down from here. The humidity is really uncomfortable. Look, I didn't mean what I said about your outfit. It's very fashionable, I swear.
As bystanders, does this make us complicit?
Huh?
I'll take your confession now.
On my way, Cap. Here I go.
Lying.
Oh, you are in for it now. Shreds, you say? Everyone all right? Sure thing, Captain. Anything
is the only way!
On your left, Captain.
Nice hit! Careful, you're hurt! Don't you dare die on me!
Hey, Cass. Knock, knock.
Go away, White.
You'd think folks were pissing in the alleyways as bad as it stinks.
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group, Halcyon's premier provider of... I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend to incidents deemed to result from negligence, criminal activity, or... Some people, but no one in this office, I assure you, might call it...
Obviously too common an ailment for insurance to cover.
So, what kind of insurance package can I interest you in? We're running a special on dismemberment policies, but... We're not on Monarch. For all practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official enclave of Byzantium. Oh, it's certainly not about what I say. That's all down to our legal team and our CFO. Plenty. As my boss likes to say, there's a policy for every situation. We've insured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, disastrous marriages. Usually character actors, or corporate execs with menacing stares. That policy is almost exclusively for our corp. In the unlikely event they make a claim about a product that turns out to be less than accurate, they need some kind of protection against the damage to their sales and reputation. Those are mostly for top-rungers in Byzantium who have a lot of social and financial capital wrapped up in their marriage contracts. There's one for your beloved eloping with your sibling, your beloved eloping with their sibling, scandalous rumors forcing you apart. We try to cover every possible hazard to domestic...
Only thing worse than the swill they're selling.
I think I'll go for a swim.
Hungry? No rubbernecking. Not so fast. The biometric IDs are special goods. If someone else... I test every... No... If else... No rubbernecking. Well, why didn't you say so? Reckoned you asked her where to best procure one, and she obligingly pointed you my way. Give me a jiffy to break. I mean, calibrate the ID. This goes like that. Nope, not quite right. A bit to the left, mayhaps. That'll do it. For a CMP factory line worker, she sure is a beauty. Careful. I'm trusting you to guard this specialty good with your life. I mean it. Lose the ID and you don't get another. Also, you'll be off my list of unwholesome customers. Will that be all, or do you require something to say, scratch your it?
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one? Really?
stake my reputation on this being an ambush.
Keep your guard up. Whoever got to them may still be nearby.
Sure.
Please, you don't have to do this. Just let us down. It's uncomfortable.
Love a quick fight.
Sure.
Here we go.
Making my way there! Never anger a man of the cloth!
Look, I didn't mean what I said about your outfit. It's very fashionable, I swear.
As bystanders, does this make us complicit? I'm going! I'll take your confession now! true that manta queens devour their mates after copulation?
Yeah, well, sort of. They kill them, but they leave the body till their swarm hatches and eats it. The first meal is their father.
Makes one appreciative he wasn't born a Mentosaur.
Slimy man like you might fit in just fine.
Never anger a man of the cloth!
Everyone all right? Look northwest. That ain't it, but marauders sometimes camp inside the buildings there. Steer clear unless you fancy getting shot. Westbound still. I'll let you know when we can start ascending.
I'm going. I'm going.
You say? Hit him with something else.
I've had quite enough of you!
I'm coming! Sorry, Captain, I can't. Sure!
Coming over to you!
I call this Rotting River, on account of all the dead things I've thrown in it over the years. It'll take you into the Devil's Peak Caverns if you follow it under the bridge. That's one option. Others the slope up. I'm going!
Heading back.
Look up. That makeshift bridge, we gotta cross it. First we go under, then hook around to the left, then up and over.
Good hit! Our survival.
Tunnel here. I'm going.
Violence is the only way! On my way!
Ah, shit. That's a big one. We can tiptoe around to the left or go in guns blazing. Up to you. I vote the latter. The hell? Look up. What's he doing up there?
Still help here so we both don't die?
May the law have mercy on you! I won't! I can't do that, Captain.
go!